Now we're hearing from a Portland man who is recovering after being hospitalized for what they call vaping toxicity.
Fox 12's Brenna Kelly is live in studio now after speaking with this young man and his family. Brenna.
Wayne and Nora, such a scary story. The 25-year-old was working in a smoke shop, so surrounded by e-cigarettes and all those products before this all happened. 1 week ago, he says he was vaping with a Juul pen and moments later collapsed. After he says he nearly died in the hospital, doctors discovered it wasn't asthma he was suffering from. He needed to be treated for a vaping-related illness.
So bad still. It's ridiculous.
It's been a year since Justin Wilson quit smoking cigarettes and switched to vaping.
It was something I would push on my customers who would try to quit smoking. And I did it myself to quit smoking too. And it worked. I got off cigarettes.
And 1 week since the 25-year-old says he experienced the most terrifying moment of his life.
I think the biggest thing going through my head is I didn't want to die. And I felt like that's where I was going.
Justin says he was vaping with a Juul e-cigarette last Sunday when he stopped breathing and collapsed.
Like blue lips, purple face.
Luckily, Justin was with friends and they called an ambulance, which rushed him to the hospital. But Justin says it took some time before doctors recognized what was wrong.
They were putting a machine into my body that breathes for me.
Justin says for the last month, he was having asthma attacks after vaping.
I was using this 20 to 25 times a day.
Something he says never happened with cigarettes. And because Justin's battled asthma from a young age, doctors treated him for it. But Justin wasn't improving.
It was the most terrifying thing ever. I mean, I almost passed out when I heard. I mean, when they came into that consult room and asked me if I wanted a chaplain, I thought I was going to faint.
For the next week, Justin says doctors treated him for liquid in his lungs. What he says came from the oil in his e-cigarette.
I initially really liked the idea of, helping people get off cigarettes to do something, that was supposedly safer. But now it feels like, I'm going to sell someone Juul pods and just be like, hey, those put me in the hospital, Those almost took my life from me.
Justin's out of the hospital now, and while he and his family don't know what lies ahead, they know they're not taking life for granted.
We believe people when they tell us this, hey, look, we created this safer thing, and it's healthier and it's better for you. And, unfortunately, we just have to trust people, and we do a lot. And hope that they're right.
It's something I shouldn't have been doing in the first place even, having a nicotine addiction. But it definitely has humbled me. Yeah.
Health officials in New York said last week they discovered extremely high levels of the chemical vitamin E acetate in nearly all cannabis-containing vaping products that were analyzed. Some of the products that have been found to contain the chemical are candy-flavored vapes. Reporting live in studio, Brenna Kelly, Fox 12 Oregon.